Strange police reports in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Hey, it's Susan. Welcome to tonight's episode of War Crimes Unit. Hey, nice to see ya. Boy, God, I'm back to the make police reports on everything that came from Senior Special Agent Peter Lazaro, an FBI agent with Homeland Security, the guy that arrested my son's father, my ex-boyfriend years ago. That's what he told me. Make police reports on everything. Yeah, God. You know, if you watched my video yesterday was kind of a bad day. I kind of got screwed, didn't get a whole lot of sleep. And when I got up yesterday, I had gotten this piece of mail from the United States Senate. Okay, so I got this piece of mail, and then I thought to myself, crap, dude, I got to let the police see this piece of mail. I mean, all of my other letters that are all over Facebook and all throughout my little short stories and all that, I mean, they're all real. They all go with this case. The trouble is that they have stolen my originals. And so, you know what? And these originals they're evidence. See, they hack all my stuff, they steal all my property, so they steal evidence all the time. So, you know what, I thought it might be a good idea for a couple reasons to have the police, my local police, just see that this is a real letter. This is a real letter, goes along with this real disaster of a case. That I had already sent them. I had emailed them, and I gave one police officer a copy of this whole big stack of papers. This is my ex-boyfriend right here. You can find this on Amazon. You can download it on Kindle for 99 cents. It's called Genocide, America's Love Affair with Al-Qaeda. The 20-year saga of a man ICE can't deport because of everyone else. You just look up Genocide, America's Love Affair with Al-Qaeda. If you can't remember all that, you'll find it. It's actually a book chapter. But, I said, I've got to have them see this because, see, here's the trouble. This is such a damn big freaking disaster. And one thing that the Senate has, well, for whatever reason, I don't think that they totally understand or get it because they're not living through it. The fact when they make inquiries that it also, puts me at risk for retaliation. I mean, I already get retaliated against on a daily basis in many, many, many different ways. Stalking, interference with nursing, interference at the hospital, like they're still doing it here at Christus St. Vincent Hospital, interference, can't get a job. They ended up hacking my money, hacking my nursing employment. I live out on the streets, my property gets taken, evidence gets taken, and it's all punishment for getting law enforcement in trouble. That's what it is. But, I said, I just got to have them see this, because I'm not going to be here very long. I mean, the plan is not to be here very long, to try to dodge these sting operations, these black operations. But at the same time, this also came to me in the mail while I'm in their district. And so the potential of me getting physically harmed or me having to call 911 while I'm still in Santa Fe is really, really high. Because when they start making inquiries, then here's what especially the FBI, this FBI agent Joe, he starts sicking the plot out after me. You see, so I have to be really, really careful because I know how they work. See, they'll start sicking revenge out on me, if the Senate starts contacting them. But, basically, this was a breakthrough in the case. Because when you're dealing with this kind of high-end corruption and the fact that the FBI and FBI task force, mishandled a terrorism case, I mean, that's pretty major. So Senator Martin Heinrich, he is the United States Senator, one of them for the state of New Mexico. So him in his professional capacity would have the ability to make inquiries to government agencies to be able to sort this out. And so, which is what this letter here talks about. I said I was having problems with the Marshal Service, and that is based on the fact that apparently they can't get my kid because of U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder. Now, I don't know. I can only tell the Senate what somebody tells me because I don't know what the hell to do about that damn Eric Holder. This complex legal issue when that they traded the kids out to terrorists and whether or not they're using kids to bait terrorists, which wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they routed these kids overseas and have them put within a terrorist organization in an attempt for the government to catch more terrorists. Do you see? So it all trails back to the kids. Be nice if Inspector Gryle would have the ability to get the kids, because then they wouldn't be subjected to this. But he told me that they can't do anything because of U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder. Well, shit. So, I mean, I'll read this to you. It says, Dear Miss Knisely, thank you for your request for assistance with regards to the problems you have encountered with the U.S. Marshal Service. I appreciate the confidence you have shown by contacting me and will gladly try to be of help. I have been in touch with the appropriate authorities, and I will notify you upon receipt of their report. If you have any questions in the meantime or want to supply additional information, please contact Ira Chavez in my office at 575-622-7133. Sincerely, Martin Heinrich, United States Senator. So this is a real letter. This is a real piece of evidence. Thank God. Well, way to go. Rock on, Martin. I mean, much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's the trouble. I need help from the Senate. But then they start making their inquiries and the retaliation comes out, and then it's hard for me to make police reports. I mean, so what I did, see, like I was going to work last night, and I said, crap, dude, I really have to have the police just see this. I just have to have them see that this is a real letter, and this could have the potential for me getting retaliated against in their district. I just better have them look at it. I mean, it was just one of those things, I'm like, God. So, but I didn't have time to do it before I went to work, or I would have had to call the hospital and say, I have to call the police, I'm going to be late. I should have probably done that. But then then I get jacked with nursing employment and stuff like that. You see, and then my money gets jacked, and I'll have safety money and all that. And I said, well, let me just see. The police are at the hospital all the time. Because they bring, they're dealing with people in the emergency room, these jackass drunks and stuff that they have to deal with, bring into the ER and then take back to jail or whatever the hell. So I'm like, let me just call the police and just see if, like, the next time they come to the ER, if like somebody could just come up to, like, take a look at this or whatever. Well, I guess because I didn't have a police report number, like, I don't know. I was on the phone kind of forever with the dispatcher because she was having all these emergencies going on at this, like, real emergencies going on at the same time I was talking to her. So, she said, well, they need to tie it into a police report number. I'm like, police report number? I'm like, well, God, you don't have to put them through all that. I just wanted them to have a copy of this and see this. But apparently it had to be, like, all official. I guess it had to be all official. So, so then she dispatched an officer to the hospital. I was working in the ICU. She dispatched an officer to come out and take an official report on this. So a police officer actually saw that this is a real letter, and I got a report number. So there was a report made. And the report was because I felt like I was going to get retaliated against because of this, But but there was a report number. So thank God. So now I can say it is documented in a local law enforcement system that this is still a disaster. You see, that makes me feel better. Do you know what I mean? It makes me feel better, especially because here's what I keep thinking that they're doing. I keep thinking that they're going to try to stick the CIA operative, this government operative, Mark Moore, on me. I mean, it just sort of like what's going on at the hospital just sort of looks that way. I mean, I told Special Agent Phil Roney with Homeland Security Investigations up there in Buffalo, New York, when I was down here in New Mexico before, I was going over this whole damn case with them. I'm like, look, Roney, I'm like, I think we got two terrorists here. I'm like, we got Payman Safavi and we got Mark Moore, except Mark Moore works for the federal government. Two terrorists, dude. And then you know what? Then what the hell is he goddamn fucking doing tracking me down at Kroger's in Conroe, Texas? I mean, literally, Ronnie, what the hell are you goddamn doing letting this damn asshole track me down in Conroe, Texas at Kroger's? I was so damn mad. These damn agents, these damn special agents. Jesus Christ, dude. No, what's Conroe PD say? Oh, it's a federal problem. Well, shit, and then they didn't want to apprehend him and turf him over to the feds. That's why I said, I thought, oh my God. I mean, you know what? Because that's what I think that they're trying to do. I think they're trying to concoct this damn Mark Moore on me again. Have him physically show up where I'm located, and then have me call 911 again, and then dump everything on local PD. I mean, it just pisses me. See, this is the thing. This pisses me off. Pisses me off that they use me as bait for these damn jackasses. You see? And and so basically, I mean, this letter that the senator wrote is basically evidence evidence of. But this is like all fucking damn bullshit. You know, I mean, seriously. Seriously. Because if I have to call 911 here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, it's because they sick these damn jackasses on me. They do this all the time. They've been doing this for 10 years, dude. And they shouldn't be doing this. The federal government shouldn't be doing this. Damn FBI agent shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be letting them get away with it. Neither should the Marshal Service. But I don't know why it's not being fixed. I don't know. I don't know why it's not being fixed. But the police came out. They saw it. I gave the officer a copy of all this. So it's documented with a police report. So if something physically happens to me when I'm here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, they've got a documents and then this real letter from the Senate. They've seen this and they have a copy of it to show that there's ongoing government mishandling for you know, a variety of reasons. Eric Holder, one. The FBI not managing their own shit. That's another. ICE, these new special agents with ICE, letting them get away with it. I don't even trust any. Like, I don't want to see another special agent ever again in my life. I don't want to see another special agent with ICE. I don't want to see another special agent with the FBI. I've still had it with these damn special agents. No more special agents, dude. All they do, they just sit around and let me get damn violated and cause me trouble cause trouble for me in local PD and cause trouble for me in U.S. Customs down there. They haven't even fixed my damn identity theft crap, you know, internationally when I cross the darn border because Customs and I have had to sit there and, like, sort things out. I've had to be detained by Customs temporarily while they sit there and, like, sort this all damn thing out because apparently I'm still, like, really red flagging the system to the effect of they can't even figure out if I'm really me. See? So, you know, I mean, that's why I said these special agents are not doing their job. And then, you know, why the Marshal Service can't overthrow this in their greatness on many different issues is beyond me. See, this is where things get really, really big. Really big. And I have to use the Senate. But then the retaliation. The risk of retaliation, of being retaliated against by any of these special agents, be it Homeland Security investigations or be it FBI agents, is very, 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 very high. And they'd stick this damn Mark Moore after me again just to fucking scare the living shit out of me so damn much, just in revenge. Just to be assholes. You see? They'll stick another somebody, whatever, you know, after me, just to be assholes. That's why I said it's really hard for me to make police reports when I have to. So anything I can do proactively is a good thing. But, you know, here's a kicker at the hospital. Boy, when the police were out, this police officer came out, everybody just sort of froze on the unit. That's because they had already hacked the hospital. And they've hacked these travel nurses. You know, the chick that was in charge last night, Shannon, apparently she has a domestic partner. So that's sort of suggestive of the fact that she might be, you know, her partner might be a female. Well, you know what? She kept going by me and trying to, like, scratch my back last night and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God, get the hell away from me. I'm so straight. I am so straight. I am so straight. But then after the police came, she didn't scratch my back anymore. Thank God. Thank God the big police officer scared them. But then, after that, then I just sort of kept getting sort of, how do you want to say, interfered with by this guy Brian, Nurse Brian there. I mean, he was just talking, I mean, he was following me around in all my patients' rooms. I'm sitting there trying to chart, and he's just talking my ear off, and like, it was intended, if you were there, you would see it, and it would be obvious. But every time, you know, I was trying to chart or do something, he was intentionally trying to distract me from getting my work done. And then he's got the nerve to sit there and try to tell me how to take care of my patients when he's not even taking care of his own patients. And finally, this morning, I told him to fucking shove it. So I've already faced some retaliation just from having this very, very nice and ethical police officer come out to the ICU at St. Vincent, Christus St. Vincent Hospital. I was already facing retaliation through the rest of the night. See, because, I mean, the same kind of thing happened even when I was up in Marysville, California, when Officer Lee with Marysville PD came out and they listened to the strange phone call that I got from the Senate, Senator Dean Heller, about my mother being in WITSEC, and I had to have them come out and listen to that, and I got retaliated against at the hospital. It was the exact same thing that happened last night. I have the police come out, and they come out to the hospital, And, you know, boy, dude. And, you know, it's interesting because they're all on their cell phones texting. It's just another thing. I mean, I think that they're getting messages via text. I can't prove that, but I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, it's like they're all on their cell phones, they're all getting text, and then the next thing you know, then they're hacking me. But this Brian, he was vicious and he was after me last night after the police came out. But anyway, well, fuck you, I don't care. You can just go to prison with the rest of them, which might be in The Hague, but, you know, might be up with the ICC, but, we'll, you know, whatever. Whether or not that'll be in America or that'll be up in the ICC is yet to be determined. Anyway, that's tonight's episode of War Crimes Unit. Strange police reports in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's not the first one, and it probably won't be the last. You can get a damsel in defense stun gun at the Isu's Home Shopping Mall on Facebook. Shop online for it. 7.5 million volts. So you keep the bad guys away. Keep your stun gun or machine gun handy. There's real criminals and terrorists out there. Not me, my family, or my son. I'll see you next time.